welcome back to yet another installation of Where Are They Now, or Time Hopping, or whatever it is, where we go back in time and revisit my favorites from the very same month, but 2 years prior. So today we are going to go back and look at February favorites from 2019, which I keep thinking was last year. I'm just kind of stuck. I'm not sure what's going on there. I love making these videos for a multitude of reasons. I know they are not for everyone. It seems I have a good number, probably the majority of my subscribers who skip over this, but I've got a hardcore group that really enjoys these, and I enjoy making them too. So thank you for coming over and watching this. Let's jump into the favorites. I like to do this for a variety of reasons, as I was just saying, and got so excited I lost my train of thought. One of them, and the most important one, is to revisit my favorites, to see what happened to them, and have they stood a very short test of time. 2 years is not exactly a lifetime, but also if they haven't, what's replaced them, or has anything replaced them? So let's jump in now to favorites. And number one makes me happy because it was a new book series from a favorite author that I had just discovered. Julie Mulhern is the author, and the book that started my love affair with her writing is The Deep End, which was a book group discussion. So back in February 2019, I know I haven't really done many since then. It's very technically awkward. I don't want to just sit here and talk at you about the book. I want the give and take. So I know there's things like Facebook Live and YouTube Live, so the comments are off to one side, but it just still feels not what I was looking for. Still looking into some ideas to bring back book group maybe for May. So if you have any ideas on how I can do that, maybe a Zoom meeting with just a select few of you, that could be cool too. We could do like I don't know, whatever. We'll get into that at another time. The book series that was a favorite in 2019 was the Poppy Fields Adventures, which are by Julie Mulhern, and they're just fun. They're fluff. The main character is a socialite, and she ends up becoming kind of a super spy. It's very tongue-in-cheek, very witty, and very fun. And since that series started, well, I should say since I started reading that series, many more books have come out. So if you like the first one, good news, there's more after that. The next favorite was and is an Instagram account that is still a favorite. I think since this time she has gone private, but you can always request to let her, allow you in to follow her, I guess. And it's Cattle Baron in Kashmir. She shares all kinds of just great tips. You never really see her, but she shares really funny GIFs and memes in her stories. She shares great recipes and finds. And one of the other favorites from February 2019 was a shrimp recipe that is so simple. And I will put it down in the description box just in case you can't get into her Instagram account, because I have made it on repeat ever since then. I personally cannot stand shrimp, but the rest of my family loves it, so I really like making it for them, and I make it with a side of pasta, so I just eat the pasta and everybody's happy. 2 years ago, I got a brand new camera, which I'm using right now. It is my Canon 80D. It is a DSLR. Since then, I think they've come out with a 90D and then another one. They're always improving, but I'm very happy with what I have. Since then, however, I have added a new vlog camera. This little guy. You like little windsock? This is supposed to help with wind noise. We shall see. But anyway, this is the Sony ZV-1. It has replaced my beloved and highly battered and beat up Sony RX100. I think I have the Model 3 version. I've only vlogged with this once. I really enjoy it. Takes a little getting used to, but I hope to do at least 1 or 2 vlogs every month going forward. I love talking about this because this has been a repeat favorite, stays on my makeup area, and it is the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Foundation. I am wearing it in the shade Fair Light. I could probably go down a shade. It's perfect during the summer, but it's close enough, and especially today I'm kind of wearing a mock neck, that it's fine. It gives such a beautiful medium to full coverage with a little bit of a glow. It lasts a long time. It plays well with sunscreen and moisturizers, and it's just fabulous. And when I have a reason to get glammed up, which isn't often lately, but when I do, this is one of the probably top 3 foundations, if not top 2 foundations that I reach for. This is a favorite I have purchased many times. One, because I hit pan. Another reason, because I dropped it. This is from Flower Beauty. It is their Lift and Sculpt palette, and it comes in a couple of options. I have the light to medium. It is a beautiful trio of a bronzer, which is very similar in tone and creaminess to the L'Oreal Lumi bronzer, a beautiful pink blush I'm wearing all of it now. It's not too pink. The only thing that I like it just fine, but I wish it were a little less icy is the highlight. But these 3 powders feel almost like a cream to powder. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see that bronzer there, but it's very much a smooth, buttery, soft finish. It blends, all 3 blend beautifully. Definitely for the more fair-skinned. There is a medium to deep tone. I have not personally swatched it, so I couldn't tell you how it works, but I'm so glad. Another reason I do these videos is I rediscover old favorites, and this had been put in a drawer to make room for new stuff, and it's coming back out. I love this thing. Just don't travel with it. I think you can see I had to press the bronzer back in. It crumbled. These powders are very fragile. As long as they just stay in your makeup drawer, it's safe. Throw it in a makeup travel bag, not so much. This favorite from 2 years ago is such a big favorite. I have 2 of them. It is the Real Techniques setting brush. This little bitty guy, so perfect for so many things, obviously for setting. So I use this every single day, dip it into my powder of choice. Right now it's the By Terry powder, and I kind of do both, the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And it's a brush that has a unique, not just size, but shape. If you look at it this way, it's pretty flat. Has a little bit of fluff to it, but it's mostly flat. So I take the flat part, dip it into the powder, and then just press it very gently into the area. And then with the tip, I can get in around my nose, flat again to do my smile lines. It's a very versatile brush. It is very budget friendly. It's probably one of the things if you don't already have it, it's one of those things that you'll add to your brush collection and wonder why you never had it in the first place. It's also great as a highlighter. In 2019, I was raving about using Differin. It was a big deal because it is a derivative of a vitamin A, like Retin A, but not quite, same family. It had been prescription for forever, and it was recently launched as available over the counter in drugstores and Target, things like that. So I had been using it to clear up some adult acne and also hope that it was gonna address wrinkles. I haven't looked for any updated studies, but at the time I know that unlike its cousin Retin A, or tretinoin is the generic form, Differin or adapalene had not yet been proven to also be effective against wrinkles. I'm not sure if that's changed, but since then I have switched over to tretinoin, or Retin A as it's more commonly known, and I use the service Curology. I will put a link to it's just Curology.com, and my current breakdown of things is I have clindamycin at 1%, tretinoin at 0.04%, and azelaic acid at 7%. And I might see if we can up that tretinoin. I have a perfect tolerance to it now, and might as well bump it up a little bit because I'm getting closer to 50, and the wrinkles, it's an ongoing battle. Okay, this one is controversial, and you either love using this thing or you think it is the worst thing you could possibly do to yourself. And it is the Revlon One Step hair dryer. And I have to say, I understand why stylists, why average people who just blow dry their hair don't like it. It does get really hot. A lot of people have said it's really damaged their hair. You know, obviously my hair is not quite as thick as it was 2 years ago and even 4 years ago. Was it because of this? I've asked my stylists, and I've had 3 since then, and all 3 of them said the thinning of my hair and hair fallout, from what they could see, had nothing to do with heat damage. They didn't see breakage. They didn't see actual damage to the hair. My hair was just falling out. This does get really hot, so it can very much damage your hair. When I use it, I just used it yesterday. I don't sit there and just hold it, you know, like I think a lot of people style and they just sit and hold it until the hair is dry. I never leave it in one place. I'm constantly moving it and then pulling it out, and then I do the cool shot. I will say I don't use this every time I dry my hair. I try not to, but if I know that I'm filming that day or the next day, this is what I use because I just cannot get my hair as voluminous and soft and smooth as I can when I use that, no matter what I do. So I still use it. There you go. Moving on to clothing favorites from 2019. I had done, I think, an Anthropologie haul, which is kind of funny because I just did a little Anthropologie haul this month. It's just, I didn't even think about it. Like, what an odd coincidence. Anyway, both of those pieces are obviously no longer available, which is a shame. This top is in fact very similar. It's not the same, but it's very similar to the one that I wore in that video 2 years ago. This one's from Gibson. The price point's a lot better. I have a discount code at Gibson. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'll put it down in the description box if this is something that interests you. It's similar in that it's same colors and same animal print. That's where the similarities end. Like I mentioned, I did recently pick up 2 more things from Anthropologie, and I guess I never really looked into it that much. Yes, their pieces can be pretty expensive. They also do have sales all the time, which is nice. And I didn't realize Anthropologie is kind of like a department store because they don't carry men's stuff, but all kinds of women's clothes, women's accessories, women's shoes, and then makeup, beauty products, home stuff, furniture, you know, textiles and kitchen items. It's kind of a wide and odd range of things. I even saw vibrators on their website. I mean, I'm not judging, I'm just saying it's a wide range of random stuff on there. Anyway, I think that you'll be seeing more pieces from Anthropologie on me because they're really unique. They're hard for me to find similar items in other places, and they are made beautifully. And if you missed my spring try-on where I tried on the 2 pieces, I will link it up there and down below. And I have to say, I'm very much looking forward to getting a lot of wear out of these 2 pieces. That month, I also did a JCPenney haul. I know, it's from one end to the other with the budgets. And it's funny because I kind of forgot about JCPenney. To be honest, I kind of purposefully put them out of my mind. A couple of things happened. One, I did do a sponsored video with them. I can't remember if it was that month or not. It may have been later in the year. And it was a 2-part sponsorship. I did a video for them on my channel, and I did a video for them posted on their channel. And the video on my channel went over really well. It was well received. The video on their channel, the trolls hopped in and were just nasty, horrible. They were horrible. And I have to admit, I'm not happy with JCPenney for how they handled it. And it kind of soured me against them, I have to say. And then when I heard that they went bankrupt, or declared bankruptcy, I should say, I sort of just put them out of my head thinking, I guess the stores are closing. I shouldn't shop there anymore. And when I went to research this video, they never went anywhere. That being said, my personal feelings towards JCPenney corporate should not deter you from shopping there. They actually have really great stuff, and honestly, I'll probably go back to shopping there myself. I'm kind of glad that I was reminded that they still exist because they have some really cool things at really good price points. Some of the items from that JCPenney haul, huge favorite, still have it, the Bonjour sweatshirt. Love that sweatshirt. Of course, it's no longer available. I have found a few similar, not exactly the same, but a few similar pieces on Etsy. I will link those below. I also got a great pair of bootcut jeans that since then they're too big on me, so I got rid of them. I personally prefer something a little more subtle with the bootcut, so my favorite kind of bootcut jeans are the ones from Wit and Wisdom called their Itty Bitty Bootcut. They're fabulous. And I also picked up a pair of wide leg jeans, which also are too big on me now, and so I got rid of those. But they do carry some really cute wide leg cropped styles for spring, and I've linked the newest versions of those down in the description box as well. I think the standout from that haul, other than the Bonjour sweatshirt, was their, I think they called it an anorak. I call it a utility jacket. I loved this jacket. I think the last time I wore it, I took it on my, I'm pretty sure that was the one that I took on my trip to Savannah. It was either that one or the one from Walmart. I have to tell you, Old Navy, Walmart, and JCPenney make, in my opinion, the best utility jackets. And with that price point, you can buy them in numerous colors. They do have a new one out for spring, and the nice thing about it is available in regular sizes, plus sizes, and tall sizes. So I will put all 3 of those down in the description box as well. One more thing before we go. This was not part of the actual favorites, but it was and is what I am wearing in the video. I wanted to talk about not just the foundation, we already talked about that, but my lip products. I had recently discovered the store Blue Mercury. It had opened not too long before that here in San Antonio, and I was disappointed to hear that they closed their store here. It makes me sad because if you're looking for an alternative to Sephora or Nordstrom where you don't want to have to go into the mall, I really loved the neighborhood feel of Blue Mercury. I think there's still 2 stores in Austin. There's stores in every other city, large city in Texas, just not San Antonio. You can definitely still shop them online, which is what I will do. What's neat about it is it's not like Ulta. It doesn't have drugstore and high-end, but it does have high-end and like luxury. They carry brands that Sephora and Nordstrom don't necessarily carry, definitely not Ulta. More brands that you'd see at like Neiman Marcus or Saks, in addition to more mainstream like Nordstrom and Sephora. And they do have an amazing house brand that the price point is really good. So I am wearing 2 of their lip products from their house brand, Loon and Aster. This is one of their stick lipsticks, and I think you can see it has been well loved, and it is called Snob. No, not Snob, Squad. Sorry, old school YouTube, I've got Mac Snob on the brain. And then I think I was wearing the matching lip gloss back then. I can't find it, so I pulled out the 2 I still have, and I am wearing this one, which is called CEO. Isn't that fun? And then the other one I have, which is probably more appropriate for me, is called Vlogger. How fun is that? All right, sun is coming out. That is a sign. It is time for me to say goodbye. Thank you for hanging out with me today and for revisiting 2 years ago. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, please make sure you are subscribed, hit the thumbs up button, and in the meantime, thank you for hanging out with me today. I will see you in the next one. Bye.